Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys hit the like button and also subscribe. And also make sure you check out the links down below for my S&P E-mini futures weekly trade zones. $50 for a lifetime subscription. They're updated every single weekend. So they give you a support and resistance levels for this coming week every single week. So make sure you check that out, link down below. But as always, let's jump right into the video. This is a market profile tips video. We're going to go over things to look for on the market profile, right? We're going to keep this quick, short, simple, and right to the point. Right now, we're looking at 15-minute market profile chart. Over here, we actually have, if you go into studies, a TPO market profile. TPO is time and price, okay? That's what that means. So how much time and price has spent the time here? Like we could see there's been a ton of time, right, that price is spent here, and we could see, and we keep kind of going back and forth. If we just draw like a line right in the middle of all of this price action, we see we keep touching, go up, come back down, touch, right? We keep coming to this 45-43 level, and we could see that's where the most volume is, right? Over here. So this is tip number one, okay? We want to see excess. Excess is where we usually have very little time and little volume spent. Something like here is a kind of excess, right? Where we had very little time and little volume traded, where it was kind of like a push lower and then a push right back up. Here we have a push up. Now the question is, do we spend time here going into next week, or do we start to come right back down, and then that potentially could be excess to the upside? If we gap lower, things like that, then the excess will be up here just like it is down here. Okay, now tip number two is we also have, if we kind of zoom in here, we could see this excess, right? Very little time, very little price traded, and usually that will be indicative of wicks, right? Whenever you see a wick where it's kind of like everybody starts getting short here, but they're getting short at the wrong time, and then price reverses, and then it's like we were just there for a very short amount of time, and that's usually a reversal. And look at the reversal that we had here, right? So with that, just to kind of be aware of it, you want to look for end of auctions, okay, after the selling's done, or the end of a rise. You want to look for excess moves. Tip number three. Think of this as a tree, right? You're up here at the top of the tree, and these are all branches, right? So you have what are called high volume nodes right here. This is a high volume node. This is a high volume node. And then you have low volume nodes. This is a low volume node. This is a low volume node. Pretty much where the least amount of volume has traded, okay, within a certain section. This is a low volume node, right? This is a high volume node, high volume node, high volume node, right? And so now think of this. When you're way up at the top of the tree and you start to fall down, okay, usually you'll see a bounce at the high volume nodes. Now, it doesn't always happen. Price could cut right through, but if you look at what this high volume node is on the price, you have a high. Kind of think of this, right? You kind of came down, support at this level, right? Support, fail. Now it becomes resistance. You fail, resistance, fail, and then you blow through. So if we come back down, you actually have two confluence levels. You have a high volume node and you also have a new support level, right? Old resistance becomes new support. So you'll usually see a bounce. Now, from here, let's say we start to fall again. Well, when you come to low volume nodes, what'll usually happen is you'll either bounce a low volume node, okay, or you will just fall and keep falling, okay, and maybe have to fall to the next low volume node or keep falling until you hit the next high volume node and then maybe look for a bounce, right? So those are really good things. And with this also tip is whenever you're looking at low volume nodes, right, look at the chart. Is there a lot of support level at this high volume or low volume node? Think about this, right? We came down here, okay, old resistance, right, becomes new support, fail, and then we blow through, and then remember that resistance is now new support. So if we come all the way back down, do we use this low volume node as a support level? Same with high volume nodes, right? Not all high volume nodes price will bounce. You want to find some that actually you can lean on. Think about this high volume node. Resistance, right? Resistance blow through. So the very first test will probably be a support level where we'll bounce. But then you come over and look at this high volume node. There really wasn't anything major. Yes, we just kind of kept ratcheting up a little bit. Could we bounce? Yeah, but I would probably rather look at this high volume node as a support level. And the reason I say that is because this is where price kind of started to flag, right? We had a big power move up and then we start to flag out and then break higher and go up. But on the way down, this is the highest volume control, right? The POC, the point of control, where the most volume of this entire TPO has traded is right here, okay? And that's what this white line is. So let's remove everything so you could see it, right? This is called the point of control where the most volume traded. And then these yellow levels are what are called the value area low and value area high, where 70% of all the volume is traded within this entire range, right? So the other 30% is here and here. So why is that significant? Because usually prices balances, you want to find where price is being accepted, and that's where 70% of all the volume is traded. And then, of course, the point of control is where the most volume trades. So if we came back down, I would probably look for a lot of choppiness in this to start to fill in these low volume nodes, to build out these higher volume nodes, and then maybe eventually just make one or two really big high volume nodes and fill all this price action in. So I hope this video helps with some market profile tips. Make sure you use it in your own trading. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon.